As promised, we have Congressman Brad Schneider. He represents Illinois' 10th District. And today, I would imagine he is very busy on Capitol Hill. Brad, how are you?
I'm good, Joan. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. There was a report yesterday that Hakeem Jeffries told all you Democratic Congresspeople that you better be ready for a late night tonight. Are you ready for a late night tonight?
I'm ready for whatever comes. What I am disappointed, not unexpected. The last several months, the leaders of both parties in the House and the Senate have been working to craft a deal, negotiated a deal that would fund our government into next year, would address the needs of communities hit by natural disasters, would help our farmers, would invest in research in things, for example, like pediatric cancers. A lot of things that should have been done during the course of the year were included in a package that was negotiated and agreed to by all sides. And then Elon Musk decides that he's the new president of the United States, and Donald Trump follows him, and the Republicans walked away from something they'd agreed to before. That's what we should be voting on right now. If we voted on that 5 minutes from now, it would pass overwhelmingly. Unfortunately, that's not where we are, and we wait to see what plan B, C, or D is from Speaker Mike Johnson.
Mike, according to the Washington Post, Mike Johnson wants, I guess, to divide things up into at minimally 3 different bills, like the farm bill. All the farm funding would be a standalone bill. Is that something that Democrats would agree to?
Well, as I said before, we agreed to a package. Everyone agreed to a package, Republicans and Democrats. And what we've seen over the last couple of days is Mike Johnson negotiating with himself, saying, what about this, what about that, but not talking to Leader Jeffries and not negotiating in good faith. So those conversations may be happening now. We're waiting to see. But to take what Speaker Johnson did yesterday was a maneuver that would have required a 2/3 vote to pass. Not only did he not get 2/3, he didn't get a simple majority. 38 Republicans joined with virtually all the Democrats to oppose the scheme he had crafted yesterday. And I'm not seeing anything much different yet today so far. We'll see what happens tonight.
I saw on cable news last night they replayed a far-right Republican congressperson, Chip Roy from Texas, when he was looking at the Republican side of the chamber and just screaming at them for this new bill that had all this debt limit increase that Trump apparently was demanding, and saying that it was asinine. And at one point, he paused and he got applause from the Democratic side of the House, which honestly only seemed to make him madder.
So I'll tell you, Chip Roy yelling at his Republican colleagues is not unusual. He does it quite a bit. He yells at the Democrats. He just likes to yell. But if you remember, earlier this year, maybe even last year, Chip Roy was screaming that the Republicans are in charge of the House and they haven't been able to get a single thing done. He was right then. And he was right last night when he was saying that the Republicans are trying to pull the wool over the American people's eyes. This package would result in a huge increase in our debt. Already, our debt is at record levels, and we need to be looking at ways to responsibly fund our government, fund the programs that will better people's lives, and not work to bend to the will of a billionaire, the world's richest man, who's looking only to add to his riches and control what the government does for his own benefit.
The Trump aides have been doing a bit of damage control today because Elon Musk, as you pointed out, or as I like to call him, President Musk, issued like 100 tweets, and he was like, this is a terrible budget. It's got to be voted down. Anybody who's not voted down, going to make sure that, they're primaried. And then it was like an hour or more later when Donald Trump was like, I want the debt ceiling raised. Yeah, that's what I want.
Right.
And everybody was saying that it looked like there was President Elon Musk and then Vice President Donald Trump. And, his aides are trying to correct that impression today. But what did you think when Republicans looked at those Elon Musk social media posts and caved after doing their job and negotiating a bipartisan agreement?
Right, you're 100% right. Look, when I saw Elon Musk, I don't think of it as President Musk. I think it's Puppet Master Musk controlling the incoming president, doing his bidding. And what I saw my Republican colleagues, too many of my Republican colleagues, is they caved and gave into it right away. The issue is no one elected Elon Musk to anything. Each of us, 435 members of Congress, represent roughly 700 to 750 people in our home districts. We understand the needs of the people in our districts. We're working together to try to advance the interests of the country. That would mean making sure that our farmers have what they need to get through another season, another year. The communities that are devastated by natural disasters are supported by a country that always comes to the aid of our neighbors in times of need. And what we're seeing, Elon Musk tweets, and the Republicans turn their back on our neighbors. It's just not acceptable.
When will we know something? I mean, if Mike Johnson is going to try to bring three or more separate bills for a vote, when will you know something? When will you know what's going on?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've told my wife and family. We'll know when we know. The Republicans, keep throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks. We are now at a little bit after 3:30 on the last day before the government runs out of money at midnight tonight. The government will shut down. Our men and women in uniform, service members around the country and around the world who are defending our national security or national interests are going to go without pay right before Christmas. Families who depend on Social Security and Medicare are going to be unclear what's going to be down the pike right before the holidays. Communities that desperately need this money to try to recover from storms and other natural disasters are going to be left holding the bag, all because Elon Musk and Donald Trump said, hey, I don't like this. It's not perfect. It's not exactly what I wanted. Well, in a compromise, we find common ground, but not everyone gets exactly what they wanted, and everyone needs to give a little, and that's what we should be doing right now.
How long, Brad, do you wait? I mean, I know that if it's like 1 minute till midnight and Hakeem Jeffries says, wait, I think we've got it here, then you could stick around for a vote. But what if midnight rolls around and you don't feel that there's any budget ready that's going to be ready in the very near future to vote on? Do you just all close up shop and go home?
No, I was in my office last night until we heard from the whip's office that the Republicans said no more votes yesterday. We reconvened today. The Democrats had another caucus meeting this morning and anticipate having another one at some point here. I'll stay here until the Republicans say, no, we didn't get it today, and then we'll be back tomorrow. And if they don't get it tomorrow or aren't willing to, like I said, the easiest thing to do, and it's so easy. There was an agreement that everyone embraced, everyone agreed to. The American people celebrated because it was going to make a difference in their lives, and the Republicans walked away from it. The door's still open. Walk back, and let's get it done.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't today supposed to be your last day in session?
Well, yesterday was supposed to be the last day in session.
Oh,
but,
you're already on overtime.
Yeah, so... whatever time it takes, we're going to stay here until we can get it done for the American people.
Wow. And right now, what is your confidence level that there will be a budget deal before you leave? Would you say 50-50, 80-20? How are you feeling about this whole thing?
Well, I'm going to split it a little bit of pieces, and then we'll put it into a combined. So I have 100% confidence that my colleagues in the Democratic Party, that Leader Jeffries, are all committed to find a way to keep the government open and get a deal. We have that agreement. We all stand by that. And, if Speaker Johnson wants to reach out to Leader Jeffries, maybe they're talking right now. If there's a will, there's a way. I'm less confident on Speaker Johnson. He says he wants to get a deal. I'm not sure he has the ability to deliver a deal because he may have to negotiate and then hope that Donald Trump doesn't sink it. And I have zero confidence that Elon Musk is going to do what's in the best interest of the American people. He's always going to do what he thinks in his own personal interest. So given all of that dynamic, I'm probably 50-50.
Do you have a bed in your office? Fortunately, I have an apartment here in Washington, so I
I'm okay. I did tell one of my colleagues who doesn't have the same luxury. We have a sofa bed, and he's welcome to use it. So we may be all doubling up for a little bit, but we're here as long as it takes.
Well, good luck. Good luck to you, and good luck to us as Americans that this gets done, and gets done in a way that doesn't make life harder for people like me.
I'm into that. This should be about making people's lives easier, making people's lives better, not just around the holidays, but all year round. And, I'll speak as the incoming chair of the New Democrat Coalition. The moderate Democrats, and moderate is a style, it's not a position. We have a whole lot of perspectives, but the New Dems are the folks who are willing to work across the entire Democratic caucus and across the aisle to get things done to make people's lives better, and we're going to keep trying to do that. Well,
thank you. I appreciate the fact that you're working as hard as you are to get this done. Thank you again, and good luck.
Thank you, and to you, wishing you a happy holiday, everyone who's listening. Happy holidays.
You too.
May the new year bring us good and healthy times.
Yes, and the resolve to fight, resist, refuse, and whatever else it takes. Thank you, Congressman.
Stand strong, know your principles. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.